Now in this video we are going to insert a node in the middle somewhere. So here actually you have to specify both. First, the location where you want to insert, and then the value which one you want to insert. So let's say I want to insert in the location 3, and I want to insert, let's say instead of 90 I'm just changing the value to 93, something like this. And now I am just hitting go. And now let's see how does the algorithm for this one works. So let's pause this, and now actually you can see what is happening. So first, remember that we want to insert 93 at index 3, as you can see in here. So first of all, what do you need to do is you have to start traversing the linked list until it reaches the index 3, and that's what is being done over here. So vertex pre equals it. Pre is a temporary object where I have stored the head, that is the first of the linked list, as you can see in here. And then I have just used a for loop. You can use a while loop also, whatever you want. So here actually k equals 0, k less than I minus 1, where I stands for 3, the index, and then k plus plus. It is a very simple loop. And what you need to do, you have to just visit all the nodes or traverse all the nodes until that point. And you all know how the algorithm for traversing the node in linked list. You have to just move using this dot next pointer. So what will happen is pre is starting from the head, that is the first node, and it will go for like 3 times starting from 0 to 2, and it will just move for those many times. So let's see the animation, what happens. So in the first iteration, so pre dot next, now it is 2. Next iteration, so pre is moved to the next one. Next iteration, it again go to the next node, as you can see in the iteration in the for loop. In the next iteration, so it's done now. So it is going from 0 to 2. Now what happened is, then it have been created vertex after, and it is pointing to pre dot next. So here it is pre, so it created another vertex, temporary vertex object, which is basically pointing to pre dot next. So after is pointing to this node which has 6 as data item. Now what you need to do is the next part. Now so you are now at the location where you want to insert the vertex. So your traversal is done. Now the next part. The next part is creating the new vertex, which is as usual, just use the new vertex and create an object of a vertex VTX. So here it is. So whenever it is done, so 93 have been created over here, as you can see, and then VTX dot next equals after. So we have to insert at index 3. Always index 3 means index starts from 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3. We have to insert in this location between this pre and after, previous and after. So what you need to do is, in the next line, VTX dot next equals after. That means VTX should start pointing after over here, just like this. So after is pointing to this node, and this VTX dot net node next started pointing after. Next is what you have to point this pre to VTX. So what you need to do, pre arrow next, you just need to change this next from here to here. So what happened is, in the last line, pre dot next, it started pointing to VTX, and now it is done. And this just look better. Now 93 is the part of the list, and it have been inserted at index 3 starting from index 0. So this is the algorithm, and here is the animation. You can see all the pseudo code in the PowerPoint slide, I mean the PDF version of the PowerPoint slide also. And if you want, you can use your do a brainstorming and use your preferred programming language to write the code for all these things.